What are we even watching?
New streaming meta is insane. 5 hours. See, no better than a man.
Alright, cookies are looking promising. Cookies are looking promising, chat.
Well guys, it's a tale as old as time. I truly do not believe that there is a single kind of person on this planet who is willing to push the envelope more than an OnlyFans model who advertises their OnlyFans through streaming. They're in a class of their own. Now, many times have we talked about streaming metas on this channel, where some streamer is able to find—
Yep, you know all about this. The Gooner homepage we have on the React channel is built on this idea of how crazy OnlyFans advertisement can go almost.
some loophole in the TOS of a streaming website. Abusing this loophole results in them getting a lot of views, so everyone follows suit, and then for a few days, basically, everybody gets naked. Now, that's not always the case, but generally, these streaming metas usually revolve around getting naked on a website where you're not really supposed to without getting in trouble. Now, why has this phenomenon become a cornerstone of the streaming world? I don't really know. There's a lot of websites where you can just be naked and not really worry about it, get paid to be naked, even. So why people don't just utilize those on both sides, both the viewer and the streamer, I don't really get it. I mean, I guess the obvious answer is that there's more money to be made on the websites where you have to bend the rules. Why that is? No clue. Why people want to watch somebody be like almost naked when the end goal is to just go pay and see them fully naked?
Wow.
Jeffrey _ probably cheered X1. Here you go, bro, don't spend it all in one place.
Thank you, homie. I'm gonna run down to the servo and get myself a snack. But yeah, I actually don't know the logic why it seems to work so well, where people like want to see girls like this, but they won't go to the sites where you get girls like this. D in the fridge, but not refrigerator.
I don't really
I
get
don't
it,
know.
but I think maybe,
But
just
thanks,
maybe,
Heaven.
the days of that are coming to an end. With more and more streaming platforms throwing themselves into the mix, some streamers are
The
realizing that it's just not
suspense.
really worth the hassle of dealing with a
True.
Twitch.
Isn't it just like, oh, someone explained it to me, so it's sexier to not be naked and then they get naked, if that makes sense? It's sexier to see them with their clothes on and then to become naked, right?
Or to kick, streaming platforms with any sort of standards whatsoever, and that it's just easier to, go stream on a platform that makes Kick look like it has standards, which the new streaming
Well, to
platform
be fair,
Party—
a lot of guys on Twitch, like, literally don't wear shirts and stuff, so... They're just e-baiting.
does
the
exactly.
hose.
If you've ever had the idea of, hey,
Holy crap, that sound! That broke so hardcore! Why? It worked for most of this stream and then it stopped. For some fucking reason. There we go, I reset it. Let's see if that stays.
somebody should make a streaming website that has just enough rules to still get normal advertising.
Yes!
but at the
Oh
end
my
of the day,
god, it is the priest and sexy nun! Right? Which is really popular. Something that seems like it's not as sexy or pure and then they get dirty or some shit, right?
is basically one step above a campsite. Sorry, the founders of Party beat you to it. And the streamer you're seeing in the background, Wood Baby, is taking full advantage of that in a way that I think showing you might actually get me banned on YouTube. But we'll get to that in a minute. Now, there's quite a lot wrong with Party. Okay.
Honestly, there's way too much pretty privilege in streaming, guys. But... And the only person that can solve this is not watching these streamers, guys. If you care so much, don't watch streamers just because they're sexy.
One of the biggest issues has got to be the fact that they are very, very proud that Jack Doherty streams on their website. Like, they actively advertise it. Whenever you go to the Party website, he's the first featured creator they list. And if you're doing that, if your pride and joy is Jack Doherty—
I really don't fucking get this haircut. I've seen, like, little things about this weird kid on the internet recently. What a douchebag. But what is with this floppy haircut?
I mean, something's gone wrong, right? If a guy who's been banned off of every other streaming platform, whose whole brand is being
You
hated
think
and
that's
doing—
a C cup, bro? That's some double D's. What do you mean C cup?
shit like crashing cars on the highway or starting fights and then having bodyguards beat people up for him. If that's your golden boy, maybe not the best business plan. Now, Jack Doherty just existing on this website is not the only problem that Party has. It's also just super ugly. Like, seriously, if you go on to Party, it's the worst UI I've ever seen. The homepage gives basically no information about the
This
stream.
Party, what was the one that that Dr. Disrespect's going to, and everyone's calling it the pedo streaming service. Some dude a couple weeks ago asked if I was going to stream there too, and I was just like, it's 100% no now.
Is it showing you?
No, it's not going to Kick, because I don't even think Kick would allow. Rumble, yeah.
And most of the things
Kick actually bans pedos too.
on the homepage are not even people streaming. Of the 9 rows featured on the homepage,
Yeah, he was the guy who crashed his car and then he got banned, right?
one of them is actual live streams. Now, I don't know if
Was it you that said I should stream on Rumble? I thought it was some other person.
it's just because nobody's using this website or what exactly is going on, but it seems kind of like a failing business strategy to not really have any live streams on your website that's for live streaming. What do I know though? And then there's the itty bitty problem of how I think this website's probably
Kick is mainly gambling.
it's gonna turn out to be one giant crypto scam eventually, because I was going through the terms of service to see if there was anything involving nudity or sex, which by the way there's not, but I read something that I think means everything that's uploaded onto the website can and will likely be turned into an NFT. So, that's probably normal, right? Don't really have the expertise to go into that, but just something to keep in mind for the future. However, for this video, none of that is super important. This is about
Rumble does sound like a platform for cheating. Oh yeah, 100% those boobs are
the
fake.
time where I start to realize that I've sort of lost the focus of what I'm actually supposed to be talking about today. Sorry about that. What I've been trying to get to is what might actually end up being Party's biggest
Mainly
problem.
because you can see a pinch between the cleavage where it's concaving out in the wrong part and it's like started to pinch. And I think it's like that's like a common sign of a boob job.
Now, I don't even
Like in
know if this website
guys are just putting at the cleavage right there, guys, right in the middle there. You can kind of see there's like 4 lines instead of 2. Yeah.
has advertisers yet. I clicked on a few different streams to see if I would get an ad.
I've seen some fake titties online in my time, but mainly I used to watch doctor shows about tartar problems, as in like effects from bad boob jobs. There's a lot of bad boob jobs out there.
And I didn't.
And unless I like had breast cancer or I have kids and they ruin my boobs, I would never get breast implants, because breast implants rejection is real, bro, and it's terrifying. They don't tell you boob jobs can kill you.
But I don't know how else they'd be paying these people. Maybe they're just not getting paid, but that doesn't really make sense either. I'm sure there's some source
No,
of
an okay boob job should sit still. They still have weight
external
on
money
them.
here. And generally, sources
Modern boob jobs sit a bit more natural than they used to,
of
honestly.
external money, normally in
If
the
they
form
sit
of
high in the air, that's a fucking terrible boob job.
advertisers don't really like porn. And when you have streamers whipping out their titties, covering their nipples with black tape, and that's it, it's hard to make an argument that that's not porn. And that's exactly what Wood Baby has kind of gone viral for doing. Now, I don't think I'm really going to be able to show any of this.
Yep. But also, the reason I think this is because she's wearing a sports bra there, and they're sitting up like, what do you call it? Like you can see cleavage, like up there, but she's wearing a loose sports bra, and you don't get that naturally either without tape or a boob job. Or
in
something,
full,
you know,
but I
something
don't know
has to
how
keep
long I'll be
the-
able to
the
show it
cleavage
for.
up.
But Wood Baby here, after spending a few hours in what is honestly pretty normal attire for a stream of this caliber, kind of what you would expect, decided, you know what, let's see what this platform's made of. And then she just whipped him out with nothing but black tape covering her nipples, and then left
Oh, so she has like the titty tape. Well, a lot of people were gonna try and do that on Twitch too, because of the whole no nip rule, where you only have to not show nips. Unless you're a VTuber, and then it's different, but yeah.
that way for over 4 hours. There were no Twitch tricks present, like keeping them just off screen, acting like you're a VTuber mascot or something. No, it was just like business as usual. She did some woodworking, made some food, watched a few videos, had some reactions. It was a relatively normal stream, pretty much what you would expect from an IRL stream, just naked, or basically. Now, I've said many times on this channel that I don't care if you have an OnlyFans. Why anybody would be upset about what another person does in the privacy of their own home, as long as it's not hurting anybody, makes no sense to me. That's not my problem here. I don't care that
That is the thing a lot of people are surprised, but I actually don't give a fuck too if people do OnlyFans. I just find it weird that they seep it into every kind of advertisement all over the internet, and it's a bit odd. Like, and it feels like very predatory when they also, their main market, like on TikTok, is girls. Like young girls. It's like, why? Hey Luca, thanks for the raid. I did saw your thing to duo with me, but like we were in the middle of this video. No solo. And then I was like, oh, get them to change your number. It's so
brother, she
broken.
gooning again.
We're gooning. Well, it's in the title. I got in trouble because it's in the title. And I didn't have goon.
051 just subscribed. Upgrading their cell.
Okay.
Oh brother, she gooning again.
Shut up, a good time Dell is being bi right now. I'm not being bi, we're talking
Happening.
about
I don't
boob
even know if
meta.
I have a problem.
How was Final Fantasy 16 so far? No spoilers.
I just don't get it. Now, I've never really gotten the appeal
Exactly.
to content like this to begin with.
It's
Because, I
weird.
mean, let's be real. All of the streams like this are made for one reason, and one reason only, for people to watch them one-handed. And if you go to a website
To
like
watch
Twitch,
them
there's at
one-handed?
least
I think it's either that or they want a girlfriend experience.
like a bit of plausible
Only goon I do
deniability, I
is
guess. Where people would be
dragooning. Is there a dragoon in 16?
like, what? What do you mean? No, I just love her as a streamer. They ask him, that's just part of her bit. You wouldn't get it. Like, nobody's watching a hot tub stream because they just really like the streamer, let's be real. However, there are still some guidelines in place that keep the content somewhat tame. So if somebody wants to argue with you and say they aren't watching it for the reasons that you think they are, I guess you really can't prove them wrong. However, this, I don't think that applies here. So, like, I don't care that people are doing this. I don't care that people are watching it. I'm not here to be like, oh my god, one streamer did one thing. The entire world has fallen into degeneracy. We have to fix it. Like, I don't care. Really, I don't. I just don't
Always love the thing when they're like degeneracy.
understand it. And if I see something on the internet that confuses me, generally, I bring it to you guys. So
I
I'm here
respect the honesty, Wiggums. I respect the honesty.
to pose the very important question as to what is the reasoning that anybody on the planet would sit down for over 7 hours and watch somebody almost get naked while doing
Almost. Almost get naked, guys. Honestly, a lot of sexy clothes are incredibly uncomfortable. I don't get how a lot of people wear them for long periods of time. But, yeah, most of them suck. I'm gonna
normal
be honest.
day-to-day tasks. When there is literally more adult content available for free than anybody could ever consume in a lifetime that would satisfy your needs.
Oh, that reminded me, like, talking about, like, free porn content. Did you see that, like, Pornhub and some, place that is partnered with Pornhub got, like, 91% of their content taken down because there was actually found child trafficking, more of it on Pornhub. Crazy!
I guess, in a fraction of that time, and then you can go use that 7 hours to do something actually productive. Now look, I'm not part of the productivity police. I don't really care what you do with your day, but this, I just can't make sense of it. What really baffles me about this, and I think this is probably the thing I'm actually stuck on, is that people want to watch this when you can just go see this woman naked. Like, seriously, why would you choose this when you can just go see her naked? And before this gets taken out of context and somebody says, hey, August hates women and he thinks that instead of watching them stream, you should just go try to find them naked. That's not what I'm saying here. However, I think it's fair of me to say that if you're watching this kind of stream, that's all you're in it for. And like,
I think it's partly like a sexy girlfriend experience, right? The Insane is banned in Texas. I can't view that. Is it actually? It's like, I thought it wasn't. Everyone on YouTube was telling me it's not banned in Texas. Stuff for me. Shut up, you. I think lips. I'm gonna go with lips. Mainly because fucking lip filler is so common, it seems. But mainly just her lips are pursed weird, if I had to guess. But not 100%. Not 100% on that. But the thing is, I don't know. I remember in Real Life Child there was a project many years ago when I was a younger Gooner. It's called La Casa de Cristo, and it was a house made of glass, and inside was a woman living in her own life. Than a streaming of this nature. Yeah, there's less creative streaming than ever, honestly. Well, more clothes, comfy, and just the images hit different.
like, I guess I could maybe start
You have to realize, like, I feel like a lot of people watch this are either cheating or they have never actually had a girlfriend. So it's like a fantasy of what they think having a girlfriend is, I think.
It if they didn't have like an OnlyFans or something, and it's this sort of mutual relationship where it's like, I'm gonna almost get naked but not fully, and you're gonna like it, okay?
Yeah, my point with face surgeries is unless you're literally Gordon Ramsay, most Botox and stuff are completely unnecessary. Like, because Gordon Ramsay, as you know, had very deep frown lines, as someone who has a little bit of frown, I've been chronically disappointed since I was a child. He got a little Botox in there to fix his really bad deep frown lines, and that is the only time I've seen it really look better, because it's fixing an actual problem, not just happening. Like, you know, it's not just doing it for the sake of doing it. He was fixing an actual problem. Yeah, like a reconstruction after surgery. Those surgeries look a lot better because they were needed, you know?
Then, like, okay, sure,
have a resting
whatever.
bitch
Again,
face.
why
Yes.
you wouldn't just go watch one of the 12 billion free videos of that nature, I don't really
Women buy-
understand, but okay, whatever. You want to see this person naked? This is the closest you'll get? Cool. But like this, if you're watching this stream, you're obviously interested in seeing this woman naked, so why don't you? I looked it up. It's $9, people. I mean, if you don't have $9 to spare and you're spending 7 hours of your day watching this, might have your priorities mixed up. And
You know what, guys? If you don't do a $5 sub, you're poor. And if you don't do it, then why don't you get a job and get the $5 if you have all that time to watch me for free? Sorry. It's just like, I felt like he accidentally did that rant.
Truthfully, I say that out of love, okay? If you're just doing this for the love of the game, more power to you, I guess. But if you're doing this because for some reason you think it's your only
Don't take that
other
out of
option,
context.
maybe, and really this is just a maybe, 7-hour goon sessions should not be this high on the totem pole. But with that being said, I think that's enough unsolicited advice on how to jerk off for today.
Exactly. Plastic surgery has its place. And it's not just to give some poor, insecure 17-year-old lips they're going to regret in 20 years. Plastic surgery is supposed to be corrective of problems, and it always works better for that reason.
Guys, what do you think? Do you think we'll start seeing this kind of thing pop up a lot more? Personally, I don't know if I'm convinced. I feel like even for people who are really into streams like this is just too much. Like, I feel like it takes away some of the charm, because like I've been saying, why would you not just go look at this woman naked if you're gonna do this? Like, there's just not a big enough gap between what the stream is showing and what you can see through the paid content. So there's not that sort of gray area where it's like, ooh, you're seeing something you're not supposed to see on a website you wouldn't otherwise see this. At the point Miss Woodbaby has taken it to, you're basically just watching a campsite. And I just don't think it works. Will I be proven wrong? Only time will tell.
If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now,
Yeah, guys, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything.
that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Don't forget to check out the Patreon. Oh, I don't know, other things. Yeah.